The source material for this reaction video has been edited for pacing. Dead air and unrelated material have been removed, but clips remain chronological and in context, for edutainment purposes only. What's more morally repugnant than Ian Jomha trying to make an apology? Hasan Piker not accepting that apology, when it wasn't even to him.
It's my hot body, I'll do what I want.
It's showtime.
You said you were going to do more fun stuff? Yeah, I'm not going to do that right now. And I didn't even get to cover the iDubbbz apology to Ethan thing, which...
You've got like 10 more minutes of your stream. Why don't you do it now?
I don't think he should have ever apologized to Ethan Klein. Let's be real.
Yeah, real men never apologize.
But if it gets his ass, out of costly litigation, even though it's like totally defensible litigation.
That's a lie. It isn't. There's a reason Ian made a second apology, this time consulting an attorney.
You know, you got to do what you got to do.
Which is as close as he'll get to admitting that Ian wouldn't have won this lawsuit and it would have cost him hundreds of thousands of dollars.
A little bit of pressure from Moist Critical, by the way, and Ethan Klein folded like a fucking picnic table.
Okay, serious question. Has anybody ever seen a folding picnic table? Seriously, I haven't. Just asking.
Folded like a goddamn napkin. Ethan Klein has dropped his defamation suit against iDubbbz after being widely mocked online. He had attempted to sue iDubbbz for showing a comment written by streamer Destiny accusing Ethan of molesting his own children.
Here we see the Hasan Piker in his natural environment, reading biased sources on Twitter instead of looking at real news.
Klein has not yet sued Destiny.
Is Destiny the one who took that piece of text and put it on a stream? Is he the one who did that?
Klein, after iDubbbz films an apology for the message he did not post.
That's a lie. Ian posted it right on his screen for what, an hour? Just because he isn't the originator of the words doesn't mean he's not responsible for the message they spread.
Wrote, I appreciate the thoughtful apology. I've instructed my attorneys to drop the lawsuit. Ethan Klein's only statement on potentially suing Destiny for the message is
irrelevant. Stop trying to dodge reality.
Destiny was joking.
And Princess Donut may be joking about what she says to strippers, but I'm the one who put it up there and I'm the one who put it in your mind that there's a Persian cat who likes strippers. Now that you know this, is it my fault or can I blame it all on author Matt Dinneman? Because I didn't come up with this quotation. I didn't make it up. I'm just sharing it.
God, he is fucking... God, Ethan is so nasty.
Says the guy who's talked about his fap top, a laptop exclusively for pornography.
So fucking nasty.
You don't deserve a Janet Jackson reference.
Straight up.
Now tell me, do you really wanna love me forever? Or am I caught in a hit and run?
All right, drop the rest of the fucking suits then, big guy.
Does that make you feel like a big, strong man to say it like that when you know that there's nothing any of the other lawsuits have to do with the lawsuit that was going to be against Ian?
You know?
I don't know. Come on, boy.
Like this is why I wasn't so critical of Moist Critical.
No, there are at least two reasons why you weren't more critical of Moist Critical. One reason being you're afraid of him because he's a bigger creator than you are. Second reason being you already believe that he's on your side, however faulty his logic is.
Because a little bit of pushback, and I think it forced him to buckle.
Who? Moist Critical or Ethan Klein?
You know?
I don't know. Lighten up.
A little bit of pushback, and he was far more, he was far more,
Today, Junior.
responsive. Obviously, we can fucking talk our shit on this side of the internet all day, every day.
I think that in Hasan's mind, he sees the internet as a two-sided beef, and he's always on one side. It doesn't even occur to him that it could be multifaceted with many different communities who don't know shit about him or Klein.
The reality of the matter is, no, it's not even a loss of subscribers. He's been hemorrhaging subscribers nonstop.
Corruption's such an old song that we can sing along in harmony, and nowhere is it stronger than in Albany. This colony's economy is increasingly stalling, and honestly, that's why public service seems to be calling me. Non-stop. Practice the law, practically perfected it. I've seen injustice in the world, and I've corrected it. Now for a strong central democracy, if nothing, I'll be Socrates throwing verbal rocks at these mediocrities. Why'd you use nonstop? That's not cool, man. I have a condition.
Partially due to this battle that he decided to wage against anyone and everyone that's ever made him feel bad, right?
Wrong. It's about his family. But you wouldn't know that because...
You're a sociopath.
Or called into question his comments.
Whose comments? Ethan's comments? Ian's comments? Charlie's comments? Your comments? What comments? And if they're just comments, who cares?
Here's the thing.
There's a huge pause before he gets to the thing, and I think that's hilarious.
Here's the thing.
Did I mention the pause is so huge because he says that twice, followed by a long, long silence?
The reality of the matter is,
When he pokes at his face like this, I imagine there's a button he's trying to press to get his mouth to work.
the entire commentary sphere on the internet is unbelievably slanted to the right.
You set me up for the easiest jokes.
Okay? You know this already. You've seen it already. I am a recipient of their endless amounts of hate.
No, that's just your narrative that you're trying to push. The reality is that a lot of people on the left side dislike you too. And you can't handle that because even though you've been spending the last few years excoriating Democrats, you still want their support.
But when it's Moist Critical that comes out,
People like me will react to and criticize because it's bullshit too. He's almost as full of shit as you are. But I don't think it's malicious with him. I think he's just ignorant and thinks that 31 years old is really old and experienced.
as like a major content creator,
That's the closest he's going to get to admitting that Moist Critical's audience exceeds his by quite a magnitude.
who's like, this is kind of fucked up. What are you doing?
His summation was litigation evil, which is why I had to react to it. That's just nonsense.
All of a sudden, all of the forces of the internet commentary sphere will take a second look at what Ethan's been doing.
My guy, Moist Critical's videos were so bad that it convinced me that Ethan Klein's lawsuit against iDubbbz for defamation did indeed have merit. That's how bad they are.
And maybe realize that this wasn't a legal pursuit that they should be celebrating. That's what it takes sometimes.
You know, nobody was celebrating this lawsuit. In fact, people were very much against it. Then Anissa got online and said some stupid shit, and all the people against her were like, well, go, Ethan.
Here, let's see what iDubbbz said before I end it then.
iDubbbz killed his career for you. He made the content cop specifically for you in that very room. And you can only give him 5 to 10 minutes at the end of your 5 to 10 hour stream.
Hello, everyone. I am going to be talking about a very important and heavy topic for me.
Hasan is so self-trained to social media that the first thing he does when opening a video, even when he's presenting the video to his audience, is scroll down and look at the top comments because other people's opinions are more important than the content he's observing.
If you're unfamiliar with the context of any of this, I'll give you a brief rundown. But that is not the main
You know how I complain all the time about streamers and content creators doing gross things like right in front of their audience?
purpose of this video. I do think it's important to share a little bit of my side of the story, but I don't want to take away from the purpose of this video, and that is to apologize to Ethan Klein and his family, especially his kids. Basically, Ethan is suing me for having rebroadcasted a statement made by Destiny on my stream. I did display the very disgusting comment for 40 minutes.
Yeah, Hasan, how you gonna take apart an apology drafted by an attorney instead of just Ian himself? It's hard on you, isn't it?
And it was wrong. It was a comment from Destiny, and I even said that I don't agree with it.
He's frustrated. He's frustrated that Ian admits fault because to Hasan, there is no fault, there is no right and wrong, there is only winning.
But it sort of highlights how I knew that it was a wrong thing to put out there into the universe and show people.
Stop squirming. You were on his side. That makes you wrong too. The apology indicates that you were wrong, and that's why you hate it.
And suing people who have a much smaller audience than he does, and can barely defend themselves. And so I'm angry. I don't like bullies. So I wanted to do something that would have an impact, and without checking in with myself of whether or not that was a right or wrong thing to do. I justified it in my head at the time. I was like, okay, well, it's not my words. I'm in the stream that I don't agree with it. But still sharing it and broadcasting it to people for 40 minutes. That was an irresponsible and reckless thing to do, especially for parents. Like there are many parents with kids out there who.
Hasan, what about the other hand?
To be frank, I'm angry. I do not like Ethan. I think he's doing a lot of.
Okay, I don't even think this is like a negotiated settlement, forced apology.
You don't think anything. You already know that it's not, but you're trying to sound smarter than you are.
I don't think it's a hostage video.
We must, of course, label everything before we engage with it.
Kaceytron's video had far different vibes. I think this is genuinely iDubbbz.
You think? You think the fact he kept talking about his own emotional state and calling Ethan a bully is evidence that this wasn't part of a settlement? You think?
Yeah, no, I think this was his own personal decision.
With the assistance of his attorneys, of course.
I have not talked to Ian at all.
Oh, we know. There's this clip of Noah Samson's last charitable raising funds for myself live stream where he and Ian complain about the fact that you refuse to communicate with them. Like, I don't know, like there's some kind of losers or something.
So I have no idea. I'm just purely speculating. I know for a fact that the Kaceytron one was obviously a hostage video. That was the Kaceytron one was very clearly a forced statement.
You only believe this because she calls you out specifically for implying that you're going to help financially with these particular 3 lawsuits for copyright infringement, and you didn't, which is why you think it can't possibly be genuine because you don't do anything wrong.
Where that was like straight up scripted by Ethan's legal team or Ethan himself.
No, it wasn't, because if it had been, it wouldn't have included a reference to you. She specifically calls you out. And I know you're trying to alleviate your own ego by implying that somebody else wrote that for her, but it couldn't have been part of a settlement because that would have been bringing another party into it. She called you out because you are a liar who said you would support her and Fogan and Denims, but you didn't because you're a liar.
To maximize the damage and like to max out on the humiliation, you know, making Kaceytron apologize to Asmongold, you know.
Is he going to actually try and avoid the fact that Kaceytron called him out in her apology video? Because it feels like he's doing that.
Nick Fuentes funnel Asmongold, self-described Nick Fuentes funnel Asmongold.
Stop making me correct all the time. I'll get a swelled head and then it won't fit on my neck peg.
By the supposed anti-Semitism destroyer, Ethan Klein.
Why do you have to give everybody an epithet? Ethan Klein isn't out to destroy anti-Semitism. I think you might be thinking of that guy from the ADL.
Who directed Kaceytron to literally apologize to Asmongold.
I told you why that's not true. But you're so dumb, I bet you don't understand what I'm saying, do you?
I just want to point that out one more time.
One more time, you want to point out a lie? The lie that you just made up, you're going to point it out one more time? Because repeating things is a good way to get them to stick in people's heads.
Mr. Anti-Semitism Annihilator.
Bitch, don't clap at me.
Ethan Klein supposedly did that.
Oh, man. You know, if we were better at animation, this is where I'd be doing the touchdown dance because supposedly did a lot of work there in telling everybody what you're saying isn't true.
And you know, the whole part about like Hasan hasn't like defended me or whatever. It doesn't matter.
That's even better. That's even better than not acknowledging it.
Obviously for people with working brain cells, they very quickly understood what that was.
You're saying that the only people who disagree with you are complete idiots. Yeah, okay. Keep going.
With Kaceytron, Ian's apology was not done to avoid the lawsuit. It was done because he felt like it was something he wanted to do for himself. Yeah, I can see that.
You know Anissa's full of shit. You're only choosing to agree with it because it fits the position you've now taken.
In any case, you know, I obviously disagree with it. I don't think he should have apologized for it. But if he felt the need that he wanted to apologize for showing someone else's comments.
Do I really need to repeat my point about Persian cats and strippers here?
Ian has said this 2 other times already. It's just after the Moist vid, Ethan said he wanted a sincere one and he would drop the suit.
Ethan asked for a sincere apology long before there was even the defamation to have led to the lawsuit.
Ugh, gross.
That's how he gets away with not acknowledging that it's not true by pretending he believes it.
It changed the way that I was thinking about.
Like, it's just disgusting. It's disgusting to me.
Of course it's disgusting to you. You're an ubermensch. Look at you with your Clark Kent glasses and Corin sweat curls. I see what you're doing.
That Ethan Klein runs around.
Oh God, now I'm imagining Ethan Klein running around frantically like Daffy Duck. And it's funny.
And like gets to manipulate other people's behavior like this. Like,
wait, what? Sure, you let Daffy Duck influence your behavior. You do that.
Where he just gets to behave like a fucking petulant child, a sociopath.
Dude, you've got an identity problem. That's you. You just described yourself. This is Tom Cruise in Magnolia all over again.
Where he's just like, apologize to me again, a 3rd time.
You're making things up again, Hasan. You're spewing your bullshit, and you know it.
And maybe I'll consider dropping the lawsuit.
It's really true, though. All you do is lie. It's true that you lie.
It's just bullying.
Says the guy who held a dance party in his studio to open an entire video bullying Ethan Klein.
You have a lot of money and you get to fucking bully other people.
Yeah, dude. Be like Hasan. Have a lot of money and spend it on yourself.
And it's crazy that it's like in iDubbbz' situation, I'm sure this is sincere.
I didn't see you paying much attention, but like I've previously stated, we know it's sincere because it was a very bad apology that was full of excuses.
I'm sure it was already sincere. This is the kind of guy he is.
A pussy?
Okay?
My bad, wrong P word. You meant poor.
Not the kind of guy I am, but this is the kind of guy he is.
Oh, it's both of them, isn't it?
Every time iDubbbz has apologized, he's been really careful to point out the tweeting question over and over, and Ethan still refuses to sue Destiny. Yeah.
Willful misunderstandings by the undereducated are just adorable, aren't they?
It is Israel behavior. It is. It is literally. It is.
What does that even mean?
Which is really funny because Dan Saltman apparently.
This is the anti-Semitism, Hasan. This is it right here. This is Ethan Klein is to Israel as to Dan Saltman. Why? Because they all involve Jews. You're doing the thing.
I saw someone point out
Translation. I read a tweet.
that he wants to now take every time I've said this is spiritually Israeli and be like, this is spiritually Mexican.
It seems like a pretty simple exercise to demonstrate how racist your statements are.
Okay. And with the AI, change my words
Wait, are you just talking about someone making a fucking meme?
and then mass promote that to make it seem like I'm being racist. Like if it was any other country, it's like,
Hasan Piker does racist thing that inadvertently reveals another person exposing him for doing racist things. This is like racism inception. No, anti-Semitic inception. That sounds like a thing on its own, you know? Like all of those really long-lived conspiracy theories that focus solely on the Jewish people.
yeah, if someone said this is spiritually South African during apartheid South Africa, I don't think people would be fucking complaining, you know?
No, you don't get to do that. You can't say this thing is like that thing, because it's not. It's its own thing, you know? There's so many things in the world that are unique and individual and need to be appreciated on their own, as opposed to a reflection of a previous historical apartheid.
So it's ironic because like when you change the wording like that, it changes the meaning.
No way!
If I said something is spiritually Canadian, no one would think that it's a pejorative.
One of these things is not like the others. One of these things doesn't belong.
If I say something is spiritually Rhodesian, though, people will understand exactly what I'm talking about.
Ooh, do lecture me on the racism of Cecil.
They're so fucking stupid.
The Sofa King has nothing to do with it. It's stupid all on its own.
I thought you were online. How the fuck do you know this shit? Who the fuck is Dan Saltman? He's Dan Stalkman. He's like a 60-year-old
Stop it with the hyperbole. You're middle-aged now.
who spends every waking moment trying to fucking harass, you know, people like iDubbbz.
Oh, I get it. He can't say people like me because he is too strong and masculine to be harassed. But iDubbbz is a weak cuck, so he's the target of harassment.
Myself.
I paused it too soon. Now you're just calling yourself a pussy in my eyes. So that works fine too.
Yeah, saying something is spiritually Mexican is a compliment.
I love how they're applying judgment values to entire countries and not realizing that this is the racism itself right here.
I didn't think about it. I didn't ground myself. I didn't think about, oh, like who is actually being affected in this instance? And Ethan's family and his kids are being affected. You know, I just because I don't like Ethan, I think it's wrong to find an attack vector that is his kids. It's foul. It's not okay. And I think it was wrong for me to.
And there's that second hand, a complete Hasan Piker manicure committed in front of an audience. This is foul.
But I
If you played Destiny's comments, would Ethan sue you? I don't think so. I have. And also I have in the process of like showing the frivolous lawsuit also.
You have what? Shared Destiny comments, clips, text? Put something for an extended time as a watermark on your screen that accuses another person of being a horrible monster committing heinous acts? What? Which one?
to give in to a harassment back and forth online. I want to put my energy into making content. Having said all that, I wish everyone the best.
This is a bit of self-flagellation. I don't think he did anything wrong, actually, but that's okay. He's just being sweet, and Ethan is taking advantage of his sweetness and reform. I know.
I don't think you think that. I think you believe that. which is a lot more dangerous.
Ethan is not going to stop harassing you or your wife no matter how much you apologize. He's too much of an asshole. I mean, who knows? Maybe he will. Hopefully he will.
I think a lot of us are really hoping he will because there is nothing funnier than an asshole getting what they deserve. And this asshole is a lol cow, and lol cows hate obscurity.
I just, leave this motherfucker alone, man. Jesus Christ. I think it's totally normal to want to check out of the Slop Factory. I wish Ian the best, but the reality is that these narcissistic smear campaigns never end.
That's not reality, nor should it be. It disturbs me that your audience thinks it is.
We'll see.
Better world, and I do not want to be a contributor.
But he's apologizing for using that comment.
Yeah, can you imagine if he had enough temerity to say it with his own dragon mouth?
And Ethan has said that he's like dropping the lawsuit.
Is this a summation? Does that mean it's almost over?
I don't think he'll stop harassing Ian and Anissa. I'd be shocked. I hope.
Does he say her name wrong on purpose?
I hope that he does. I hope that Ethan does stop harassing them.
Great news. He never started.
I hope that Ethan stops harassing everyone. It's fucking insane. His only content is just like bullying people.
That's literally what you do on your streams. That's what you do. You have these crazy arguments with your chat and call everybody names, and it's really, really weird.
It's alarming.
No, it's not. You just like using incendiary words.
It's so strange.
Those are almost song lyrics.
Anyway.
I'd say that cuts off the song lyrics, but there's Anyway in an Elton John song, so...
That's all I got for tonight, though, folks. I'm tired. Okay, 6 hours and 26 minutes.
Is gonna keep getting more and more difficult as you age.
Fucking over, It's over. I'm quiet quitting. Anyway, love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow, okay?
Okay, but I really think you should shave before your date with Lois Lane tonight. Here's a question I want answers to in the comments below. When are you too old to chew your fingernails? Or is it something you never really grow out of? I obviously wouldn't know. I just have these dents at the ends of my fingers. See you next video.
Hurry,